There's a lot of yo. I'm telling you, man. Y'all got them lights, boy.
We got a lot of lights going on now, ladies and gentlemen. I am Thaddeus Shade. This is Seasonable Clout. I am sitting up here with a friend of mine. There's a lot of friends I have come through. I'm sitting up here with a friend of mine. His name is Nay, N-A, Nay. He owns Training Day. How do you say it? Training Day Fitness?
Just Training Day every day.
Just Training Day.
Training Day every day.
As you see on the gear right there, this is personality training.
Oh, you didn't catch that?
I didn't catch that when you came through the door.
Yeah, that's part of the job. And real life, though. In real life, it's really like that.
Hey, explain that real quick. What did it talk to me?
So this is actually a one-of-one sample product of my clothing line called Work Clothes.
Yeah.
And the idea behind this, like, personality trainer, long story short, I realized at some point in time that one of the things that comes with building bodies is building self-esteem, emotional strength, mental strength. It's a lot of other components that come with that. And it also opened my eyes up to the fact that people gravitate towards working out and health and wellness for more than just the aesthetics.
For sure.
They're not looking for six packs or to grow their butts or bench press 315. Like, a lot of it is an escape. I've told a lot of people this, that as a personal trainer, you're almost like a friend for hire.
Hey, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Respectfully, though, like, and if you as a trainer, if you recognize that, it kind of changes the dynamic of the relationship, and then how you approach that. You don't feel like, one, it should never feel like a job.
Right.
Like, we make a choice to do this, but I know sometimes, or at least I've known in the past, trainers that I've talked to or come across, they didn't like dealing with clients that didn't want to come and get the work done. Which I understand, because that's what we're there for. Do you feel kind of Dr. Phil-ish when you working somebody out? Do you feel like... Definitely. And it's not all the time. Yeah. It's literally spur of the moment. I'll never forget, with full... I like how you tilt your head back like Dr. Huxtable. I never forget. Why I gotta be... Listen, we can talk about Dr. Huxtable. We can. We ain't gotta say Bill, but we can talk about Dr. Huxtable and how he was positive and how, I know where that brownstone was in real life, so I listen. But yeah, like, I remember the first time it happened, a client came in and I didn't know that they were feeling some type of way. First time ever, like, I'm probably, I don't know, let's say 2-3 years into being a personal trainer at this point. Client comes in, I got my plan ready. I know what we're doing, got them doing exercise. And, I realized something was off. Yeah. They turned and look at me and said, "Hey, can we go talk?" And I'm like, cool. So, luckily this was like my last person. While you working out, they asked you, can we go over here and talk? Like, I'm training. Yeah. I'm training. They want to go to the side and talk. Right. And so I'm like, yeah, let's go talk. And then it turned into an hour of just vulnerability, like, just tears and just really, like, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of whatever was pent up just pouring out. So in that moment, did you have the answers, or were they just looking for more of like an ear, or did they want like your feedback, your advice? It was both. It was wanting an ear, but then also wanting feedback too. Damn, somebody just said hello from Germany, and I do that. I'll just randomly. I don't know where the hello from Germany. That's it's right here. There's 30 cameras in here, right? And then I got that one over there. It's everywhere, right? But yeah, they wanted your feedback. They wanted your advice. They wanted it, and I don't remember everything we talked about. I do remember that moment because it really stood out, and that was like, it was that moment, and then literally that same week it happened again. Yeah, completely different person. Really, and this person, we were like already into the workout. They're doing the workout, and they start having a moment. So the last one was before it got into it, but this one was in it. You in, right? Sweat like dripping, y'all working. The first one was like, hey, let's put this on pause. Can we go step? And we did. We talked, and then the next one was like, just started, venting, and I'm like, we probably should put this down.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know you signed a waiver, but
it don't feel right in your hands right now. It could go,
don't let your ego get
do you think having those personal connections makes you, is it make you a better trainer, or is it something that you prefer to have, you prefer to stay away from?
I've grown to really enjoy it and embrace it. I don't look for it, like I don't poke the bear and ask those penetrating questions. You know what I'm saying? Just like, but I'm prepared for it because I know it's a part of the the job, for lack of better words. It happens.
Yeah.
And I also understand that people have a better understanding of their health overall, and how doing something, whether it be a hike, going to the gym, playing a sport, whatever, that is a way of, that's therapeutic.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's their way of venting, of letting go. So when they have a trainer or a companion of some sort in that realm, it makes it even easier for them to want to gravitate towards that. Because it's like, one, you have an accountability partner just for this purpose and intent, but then you also know that this person is willing to listen.
Yeah.
And you find value in what they have to say in response to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's just finding a happy medium, like making sure that you're letting them talk and not just trying to give them answers right away. You know what I mean?
To get back to doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
It seems like sometimes I've ran into situations similar because I work in nightlife. I've had people come to me in nightlife, and when I'm working in the club, and you could tell that there's something on them.
Right.
They want to chat about it. I look around the environment. I say, "There's a pair of titties over there. There's an ass crack right there at the bottle." But we're gonna take time out. We're gonna have that conversation, and it's loud, But people, when the moment strikes. People want to have that conversation because it's heavy on them, and that's fantastic of you to be there when those moments arise. I'm always curious, like, what is the age range you train? What's the age range?
It's man, like I know for sure one that's 14, or maybe he's 15 now. So like he's like my youngest, and then I have my oldest or a few are like early 60s.
Correct. All right, but hold on. I'm going to turn your volume up. We're going to keep going up, but make sure that, all right. Is that too loud? Can you hear yourself in there?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so 14 being the youngest. I've had even younger than that, and then like early 60s right now.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so
early 60s.
Yeah.
Man, is the conversation different?
Yeah.
How do you, like, you go over, you working out with the 14-year-old, and you jump over and you go into the 60 to the early 60s. What is that what are the conversations like while you're working out? And what are the mental the mentalities of the differences between the 14 and the 60?
So everything that I just said about people wanting to open up.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite with teenagers. You don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Like, they could have literally just got into the worst altercation in their young life.
Yeah.
Right before they walked into the gym, and you would never know.
Really?
They are stone cold.
Talking about the 14?
The 14-year-old.
Wow.
They come in, they literally just like, you gotta, I was gonna say something, then you was gonna have to edit it because y'all already been messing with me. So
it's fantastic.
So but you really gotta ask questions. Like,
yeah.
Hey, so how school? Are you liking this school year? It's fine. That's it. That's all you get.
Do you use your questions sometimes to like help them get through the set that they're doing?
No, 14-year-olds, no.
They don't
They
need
just go
straight stone.
They just go.
What about when you get into the lady that's in her early 60s?
So like the older my older population.
Older population. Okay. All right.
They don't.
All right, Governor.
Right.
Governor Nay. You know what I'm saying?
The older demographic, right? It's more of not asking questions, not to distract them, but more encouragement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's really what it is. But the thing that and I tell them this all the time, the thing that I appreciate about them, and I know that to some degree it's motivating for them, is I tell them that they inspire me because they got 20-something years with me.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
Yeah, and they're there working out and pushing through.
Exactly. Yeah, and then the things that I give them, like, I know that it's challenging. I know what I'm asking them to do or what I'm asking them to ask their bodies to do.
Right. At
this age. And, me and you, we grew up around the same era.
Yep.
60, 50 looked different.
Real different.
When we was 14 and 10 and, you know what I'm saying? Like, 50, 35 looked weird.
For sure.
Like,
yeah, man.
You old, and you meant that because you saw it. It's like my uncle, my uncle ain't doing too. You know what I mean? It's like, if you had an uncle in his 30s,
right,
in the 80s or the 90s, he probably didn't make the 30s look promising for any of us.
None of them did.
Right? And then we ain't talking about jail. We ain't talking about no criminal. It's just life choices.
Yep.
Like and I watch you. And I watch what you eat. I watch what you drink.
Smoke.
Yeah, so I see them and I'm like, this is inspiring. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it not that I didn't have hope or belief, but I guess I don't have a desire to be 50, 60 yet. Like, I want to enjoy life right now.
For sure.
But I am curious to see what that looks like.
For sure.
Especially with what I do. Like, I'm very, like,
yeah, I'm interested too. So I'm hoping I'm around when I see it. If you still going, because I take that back, man. When I worked out with you, you did wear the Baywatch shirts. You know what I'm saying?
I've never worn
the unnecessary,
First of all, they don't wear
unnecessary
shirts.
Thor outfits. You know what I'm saying? They don't. That's basically what I'm saying. You would come to the gym, you walk in, you was spraying baby oil on yourself, talking about y'all ready to do this.
I've never.
I know.
I've never.
But your journey into fitness, right? Mm-hmm. What got you into the personal training? What made you get into it?
The short story is I had a stroke.
Really?
I had a stroke. Didn't know I had it. It happened.
You didn't know you had a stroke?
Well,
is it possible?
It is, because the stroke that I had is called a TIA. I forgot what that stands for. And
TIA.
So they consider it a mini stroke, but it's still a stroke.
Right.
And so I didn't have the, one side of your body just shuts down and you fall and you, it literally came, it happened in like small stages, right? Like so I had a regular job this time. And we had a meeting. Not to say regular job respectfully, but like...
Nah, it's... somebody who got 9 to 5 right now, turn this shit off right now.
Right.
I call my shit regular. You know what I'm saying? I keep my lights on with this bitch.
I say that just because, like, personal training is like... it's different. It's like, But at the time I was working in the office and in finance and doing things like that. And we had a meeting. A meeting, and so before going to the meeting, I had to use the bathroom. I go in the stall.
Yeah.
I goes in the stall.
I like that.
Right? My God, right? I teach you how to work out, but I don't teach you how to talk. I'm telling you.
I goes into the stalls, boss.
I goes in there, and we's find our way.
I love it, my man. I love it.
But I go in the stall and I close it. I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, the vents got real loud.
Oh wow!
Like it was almost like if these headphones were plugged into the ventilation system, and I can hear it right.
That's insane.
And I was like, "What?" I'm in the bathroom by myself trying to figure this out. So I come out. And I'm like, what was that?
That's insane.
Right. And, what was
it
that
sounded like it was right there inside your head.
Yeah,
loud.
Everything just got real loud.
Wow, that's crazy.
Walked out, washed my hands. I leave. Hank, one of my coworkers, older gentleman from New York, big Knicks fan, walks out there. Hank sees me. I'm approaching the meeting. Hank says, "Hey, did you see the game last night? What did you think? What do you think about our Knicks?" And I proceeded to respond.
Yeah.
And as I'm trying to speak to him, I'm running out of words.
Wow.
If you can understand.
Yeah.
I'm as I'm talking to you, imagine I'm talking and everything that I'm saying starts to fade. Like, you know, I'm explaining myself. And I
like fading to black, like kind of
just like it's like my mouth was getting
numb,
tired.
maybe numb. Okay, I got you.
You know, it's like I would just, oh yeah, I said, and it was like, whoa, what was that? Yeah. Right? And so luckily, it was a crowd because we had a meeting, and so the meeting was about to start. So I don't know if Hank caught on, and I'm not saying that he didn't because he's older. I'm saying that because it was, you know, we had to get rolling. So now didn't pay attention to nothing in the meeting because I'm trying to figure out what happened.
What's going on?
Mind you, I got to get back and speak to people for the rest of the day. So eventually that went away, but then I just my tongue felt twice the size, like it just like a slurred speech.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
Right. And then
how old are you at the time?
29.
29. Damn.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's crazy.
So I get home and you know, I'm telling my wife, like, oh my God, like, yo, like, I don't know what's going on. And she's like, oh yeah, I hear it. Like, why do you sound like that? I'm like, I don't know.
And maybe she could tell you sounded.
Because I'm explaining it, she starts to listen. So she's like, oh, why do you sound? I said, I don't know. Maybe it's the cough syrup.
Right.
So the reason why I say it's the cough syrup, the night before I felt like I was coming down with something, I took a dose of Robitussin, whatever we had in the house, and I'm thinking maybe it's expired.
Robitussin?
Hey, listen, man.
The Tussin, huh? The Tussin.
Maybe it was Tussin. Maybe it was NyQuil. I don't remember.
You don't know.
But whatever it was, I took that. And so I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. I'm thinking, well, was it expired? Is this a symptom of that? Never went to check. I just went to bed, woke up the next day. The other thing that I noticed, like I said, it came in stages. It was the loud sound, then the speech. Then the next thing I noticed was my hand. My left hand, it was hard to grip. It felt really weak, you know.
I can only imagine what that is. There's a little bit of panic. I'm sure drenched over you is a lot of panic.
And the thing is, everything was just so subtle. Like I could still speak, but it just sounded and felt different. I could still use my left hand, but it was just limited.
That's like, wild.
So I proceeded to go to work.
Yeah.
Go to work. Hour later, we have another meeting. Go to
so you still went to work feeling the way you was and the things that was happening and you still went to work. Okay.
It's the next day. So
that's us because black folks don't like to, it could be real problems and we don't like don't like to go to the hospital. We'll do everything to avoid that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
It's got to be extreme for us to be like, you know what, man, let me go ahead and see what's going on.
And the other thing is at the time, the reason why I didn't even think to be precautious and you know maybe something's wrong is like my youngest son was just born 5 months prior.
Right.
But then
what's your youngest son's name?
Oh, I call him Gummy Bear.
Huh?
I call him Gummy Bear.
Who?
Gummy Bear. That's my
Gummy Bear. That's the nickname?
That's his nickname.
You think he gonna like that as he get older?
We gonna find out. We definitely gonna find out. We gonna be with his girl. Hey, Gummy. Real quick. Come here.
He gonna be ready to square.
Is that her?
Is that?
Yeah. Oh. You got to do something that the older man. Oh,
right. Get up. Like, I can't be with nobody named Gummy. I can't. Gummy Bear.
Oh my! But so when my wife was pregnant with him, she got in a car accident.
Oh wow!
And so she had to step away from work. So she was out of work for like over a year. So I was like, holding it down. So for me to take a day off, I just felt like
you couldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, even though I would have got compensated, but I was still just like, I just got this new job.
Yeah.
I'd only been there, I think at this time, I got in May, started in May.
Yeah.
October is when this all happened. October 30th. So the whole bathroom experience happened on the 30th.
Oh, shit.
So I had the stroke on the 30th.
Yeah.
But I didn't find out until Halloween.
Oh, wow.
Crazy, right? So every Halloween is weird for me. Luckily, I got kids to take trick-or-treating, so...
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
Do you ever feel like something happening on the, Halloween? No, you don't be. My shit a little weird. You don't wiggle it out or nothing like that.
You know, a few years ago, the 30th and the 31st was weird. I used to, especially the 30th, because it's like it's just a regular day, but it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
So, yeah, like I goes in the next. I go with that.
It's cool.
Plurals, right?
I goes.
So I go. Have a meeting, and I get to the meeting and have this explosive headache.
Yeah.
Like I never
migraine style?
Never had a headache like this in my life.
Okay.
And we had a doctor and a nurse on site. I go in there, they check my blood pressure. Blood pressure sky high. I'm like, whoa. So they say, you got to go to urgent care.
Damn.
I'm like, okay, sounds like bad advice if it's that bad, but cool, I'm going to go.
Right.
So I go to urgent care. They check me. They're like, you need to go to ER. I'm like, that's what they should have said. This was a waste of time. I could have been gone by now, right? Whatever this says could have took me. I go to ER. We there. They run vitals and all of that stuff. And then I think when they admitted me, or right before they admitted me, they told me what happened. Or maybe they told my wife. I don't remember how the news came out. But, in the moment, they say, the TIA, which is considered a mini stroke. And I'm like, oh, okay.
They just casually told you?
It wasn't casual, but when I took it casually. Like, I was just like, okay, oh.
How do you take that casually,
because
it's the stroke.
Right. But I didn't.
There's a few things in life we don't take casually.
But I didn't know.
You don't go.
I did not know. I've never done this before.
You just been shot. You be like, yeah. I have just been shot.
That's different. But I didn't.
There's a bear biting you. It is a bear biting.
It's a little different.
Go ahead. I got you, bro.
So they I didn't. This is when it hit me that this is real.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm from New York. Yep. All my family's out there in Brooklyn.
Because you say smoothie. You don't say smoothie. You say smoothie.
I'll say liquid drink. Would you like a blend?
Would you like a blend?
Would you like a blend? Go ahead. So, like I said, they told me, I'm like, okay, cool. I gotta stay. I gotta run tests. It didn't hit me that this was serious until either that same night or next morning. I would say maybe the next morning. It had to be next morning. My mom was here.
Really?
My mom lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I just got admitted on the 31st. Mom was here on the 1st of November. I'm like, what are you doing here?
Right.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is
it. I'm going.
You thought you was really going, but you was like...
you have them thoughts. I probably didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like something's wrong because you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah. Yeah. Once they start flying in,
You come here in May and October.
Yeah.
And I know October was yesterday, but that time passed, right?
We making jokes, but worst thing I see is laying in the hospital bed.
Exactly.
And then my brother's coming in, and then all of a sudden the pastor that I don't know come in. I'm like, well,
exactly.
Get this nigga out of here.
Right.
And you know where this is going.
I'm like, it's November 1st. Thanksgiving's in 3 weeks. You got to get ready. Why are you here?
Right.
You got to help Big Mama get the stuff together. And so... But all jokes aside, I really felt like that. I just didn't understand the capacity of what happened.
Right.
And so I'm just like, and then Mom shows up and I'm like, oh, okay, this is real. Usually when your parents show up unexpected to places as a child, you're in trouble.
For sure.
You ain't supposed to be here.
Right.
And the fact that you here means we going home and I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
But this was different. It's like a whole different side of the fence. So I'm like, okay.
Definitely.
And then, so... To answer your question, because it's a long explanation, but
it's cool, man.
You know what I'm saying? It just brings everything to life. So after that, it was just a lot of neurological visits, primary care visits. I never forget the doctor told me 2 things that stuck with me that I did, that I was just like, I'm not feeling that.
Yeah.
One was, because you had a stroke, you're prone to have another one.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Never hasn't happened.
He told you if you had one, you're going to have another.
Well, not that you're going to, but you're prone to. You're more susceptible to have one than not. You know, like a heart attack. You have a heart attack, so now your heart's a little vulnerable, which means you're at higher risk now. The other thing was they had me on 3 different medications. They had me on the blood pressure medicine, they had me on a blood thinner, and they had me on a painkiller. And he said, you're probably going to be on these for the rest of your life. Now, I'm 29, and I'm like...
They had you on blood thinners, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on them. Was it a Coumadin?
I don't remember the name. I remember Licenipra.
I'll never forget Coumadin, because I had the blood clots in my lung. I had 3 of them.
I remember you telling me about that.
And I had 3 massive ones in there. And they had to get those motherfuckers under control. That Coumadin shit, that blood thinner shit.
Yeah.
That ain't, I didn't like that. Man, I would bump into a wall, and I'm dark than a motherfucker. This is struck match shit over here. You know what I'm saying? This is midnight times 2 over here, and I would bump into a wall.
Wait a minute.
And I would bruise up. You know what I'm saying?
Let's circle back. Did you just call yourself a struck match?
Yeah, a struck match. Just a struck match bad over here. You know what I'm saying? Oh did it? I don't know when it stopped. Oh, shit. Well, we got this over here, though.
Stop recording?
Hopefully we can. No, we still good over here, though. That bad boy's still running, so you good to go.
So, yeah, they told me that. I'm like, so then I had this thought, you know. Yeah. And we just talked about this with the older uncles and what they look like at 30 and 40.
Right.
So I remember 6 years old, 7 years old.
May I ask, what was like your frame at the time, your weight?
Did
you feel healthy at the time?
Yeah.
When you had the stroke and everything? Okay, cool.
I was still playing basketball every day.
Right.
Like I was probably 3 or 4 years out of actually competitive basketball.
Oh, so you were definitely still in shape. And
I played semi-pro for a couple seasons, and I was pursuing opportunities.
You can brag right now. That's nice.
Yeah,
okay.
Crazy. Don't get it. I wasn't. The money is not. At least it wasn't back then.
Right.
It was little to nothing. More nothing than little.
Hey, man, you were doing what you loved to do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I was hooping. I was playing ball every day, working out, going tryouts, and this and that. So I was probably 2 to 3 years from that, but still actively hooping, playing in leagues. So I was, and that was the other thing is they were running so many tests on me because they were trying to find a answer as to
because it doesn't make sense, your age and your health. And
they couldn't tell me anything. They couldn't.
Were you stressed at the time?
That's what I boiled it down to.
Okay.
Eventually, I realized that's what it was.
Gotcha.
But them not. When you go into a situation like that and they can't give you a cause, you have no direction at that point. It's like, so you can't tell. They went as far as having me sign a form to give them permission to run an AIDS or an HIV test.
Really?
Because they were trying to find something, you know what I mean? And which kind of, it's like let's just say, let's say it came back.
Right.
That I was positive. Like that. You're just going to leave me with that.
Yes.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, I had a lot of thoughts afterwards about the whole thing. Just like, the fact that you ran that many tests.
It sounds like healthcare is scary.
It is. It is. And I don't want to say
intimidating.
Right. It is. There are a lot of really good healthcare professionals out there, so I would never discredit the whole industry.
Right.
But then there are some approaches that are not, not as kind to us mentally and emotionally because we don't know how to navigate through what you're telling us.
Facts. So when you got your test and you're going through the test and you got your, you had your stroke and they're telling you that you might be prone to some more, with all that coming at you and all that knowledge, what was your next step? What was your mental like? You figured like, hey, I'm going to. It sounded like you had a lot of pills to take, and really no direction to prevent potentially outside of the medicine to prevent something like that happening again. So what was your mental and your moves, your next steps?
So I went and followed the doctor's instructions. I'm going to a neurologist like, 2, 3, 4 times a month, getting, Oh, I'm so I was like, so yeah, so he said, I'm like, what we doing now? Was it commercial break? I don't know. So I followed the doctor's orders. I, proceeded to take the medicine as instructed.
Yep.
Go to my appointments, but I had headaches. The headache that I had the day that I got admitted would come back. And so that's where the painkiller played its role.
Oof.
So the way it worked, I went back to work eventually. I think I was out for maybe 2-3 weeks. I just got this job, so I couldn't take leave of absence, nothing. They was trying to let me go. They was like, listen, dog, you just got here 4-5 months ago. I'm like, that ain't long enough. You see, I'm committed. I've been here.
Right.
I didn't just make this up.
This is real.
But they, with their rules or whatever, I wasn't there long enough to get paid leave and all that. So I literally had to go back. I was admitted on Halloween, and I was released November 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah.
And I had to go back sometime before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
So I didn't really have a lot of time to get
adjust
it together.
And get everything together.
None of that. So with the headaches, when I went back to work, I had these headaches work. It was the same thing every single day. It would start real mild, and it would just build. It was
heavier and heavier.
Real slow build.
Yeah.
And it would just hit that climax, and it was just
all head. It wasn't no migraines talk about sensitive to light and just straight headache work.
Straight, and it would build, hit that climax, stay there, and just persist until bedtime, until the next day.
Jesus.
And I would take the painkiller. It would kind of ease it, but it wasn't. So eventually what I started doing was I started taking the painkiller when I felt the initial buildup to try to
stop it. Get ahead of it.
And it started to work.
What type of painkillers?
I can't even remember, man.
Thanks.
I can't
okay.
Remember. Oh, wow. That's what we doing.
No. Keep going. My bad, bro.
Oh, so I did that. It worked. But then I noticed that it stopped working because I started building tolerance.
Right.
But also, they would get me high. They would have me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in there trying to function around people and keep this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my alternative for that was drinking energy drink.
Do what?
Drinking energy drink.
You would hit an energy drink on top of the painkiller. You was popping an energy drink. Wow,
yeah.
okay.
See, so the story about to get real good, about to take a turn. This is where I said, I'm not doing this no more.
Okay.
Started building tolerance for that, right? So then timing was off, whatever. So one day I was frustrated. I felt it coming. And so what I did was I took my painkiller.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, maybe 1.
Ooh.
And I chugged through the energy drink. And I did it all at the same time.
Ooh.
This was 12 o'clock. I didn't get off till 7:30.
Yeah.
So this all hit within
that comes rushing
10 minutes, right? And I realized, I said, okay, if I take the medicine now, the reason why I started drinking energy drink is because when I take the medicine, it really brought me down.
For sure.
And I'm like, I gotta
job and
I didn't
life.
even drink.
Yeah.
I wasn't even drinking energy drinks like that. I was familiar with them because I would try this, try that, so I knew what I liked and didn't like if I had one. But I wasn't a energy drinker like that. I didn't drink coffee. It just wasn't my thing. So I had the energy drink, and guess what it was? Remember the Nas?
Ooh, yeah, the blue orange can.
And when energy drinks first come out, they are at its highest potency.
Yeah, so there's no regulation. They just they just hitting the deck.
The can probably said patent pending still. That's when you in trouble, when the patent is still pending.
Oh shit!
So I said, okay, I got to make sure that I don't get down to whatever. So like I said, took the medicine, chugged the energy drink. The Nas is 24 ounces, something like that, crazy. Chugged it. Let me tell you something. What's my man name in the movie when he sunk into the couch when the lady hypnotized him with the teacup.
Oh, Get Out. Get Out.
I was him before him.
You was sunk in the couch?
I was in
that
there.
Combination is crazy.
I had a seat. I had my own little, desk area. My seat, back of the seat was here.
Yeah.
I was here.
At work?
Yes, I was here. I was like this for two reasons. One, because I had to. The other reason was I felt safe. Like I felt like I gotta stay down here because I don't know what's happening. My heart was like
that combination.
My heart
crazy.
felt.
You ever felt like that, Vincent?
My heart felt bigger than life.
Yeah.
My heart felt bigger than life at that time.
That's wild.
And I said, I can't do nothing. I missed my break, my lunch. I was just sick. I wasn't even hungry because I was so scared. And I had never felt like that. And as I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know what? I can't do this no more. Right. So that's when I started to, read and research, and I started making.
What were you reading and researching?
First it started out with just stroke stuff, like how to prevent it. And then, that's where I started to discover the cause. Like I came to the terms that it was just stress. It was literally just me overwhelmed with life, putting pressure on myself. It wasn't really nobody to blame. It wasn't nothing going on. It was just me, not happy with where I was at that time.
For sure. I understand that.
And just being buried in it. You know what I mean? So
I definitely understand that. I know what you're talking about.
So that's what I was dealing with, and that's why that happened. And I just decided to, take it upon myself to, one, get off. My first mission was to get off medicine.
Got you.
My mom worked in the medical field for 30 years or so.
Oh, wow.
And I remember her telling me how it's bad for people to take themselves off medication, that they need to consult a doctor and follow the doctor's instructions.
Right.
And I could, recall that as I'm making this decision, I said, nah.
You just gonna go against moms like that?
And I remember my mom was worried. She, I'm not going back there. I'm not doing them on neurology appointments and this and that. They're not helping. They weren't doing anything but just collecting on the insurance.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, at that point, it's like, we can't really help this guy. He's just
going to take this insurance money.
You want brain surgery? Like, what do you want to do? Like, there's nothing we can do for you. We're going to keep prescribing you. So, I changed how I ate. I even changed how I worked out. Like, I started working out more because I even as a basketball player, I wasn't in the gym like that, lifting and
it's more running up and down the floor. And
I stretched. I did push-ups.
You stretched?
What?
You one of them cats that be stretching before you hoop?
Yeah, man.
Should I go out there cold turkey? I'm a bad motherfucker,
hey, man. Listen,
cold turkey.
KG,
no stretching.
KG and Vince.
Yeah,
they said that stretching was one of the things that gave them their longevity. When I heard that, I heard
KG and who?
And Vince Carter.
And we see how they looked at the end of their careers. Gotcha. Okay, go ahead.
But I see Vince, 47. He still got it.
Yeah, he still got it. He still be booming. Yeah.
But yeah, like stretch, calisthenics, like that was my thing. But then once I decided, I want to venture off into everything. So I was, changing how I ate, shopping different. Like I do, I'm nutrition specialist along with personal trainer. So like I put together meal plans and stuff for my clients.
For yourself? I'm sorry. Keep going. I thought you were going to say for yourself, but go ahead.
Well, no, I do it for my clients. So my meal guide, I like to call it a grocery list. I've made this, so I've had it now for like over 10 years, or no, less than 10 years, where I put together like things not to buy, things to consider, to kind of give people a scope of how to shop. Like, you don't have to buy what's on this list, but it just gives you direction, what to look for, what to avoid. Yeah. What it looked like at 29 and 30 when I was, finding my way through this and navigating through my own health battles is completely different because I never stopped learning. I never stopped looking for information, even to this day. I'm just always experiment. I'm always a guinea pig. So that's what got me to where I'm at today, is having my own experience and just saying, I'm going to take ownership of this. Like, I can't put it in the hands of people who really don't know what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And that's hard for people to do. Because
it is. That's a big leap.
It's a big leap. It's scary, especially when you don't know. Like I said, when they told me I had a stroke, I was real kind of nonchalant because I'm just like, all right, so what are we doing?
Yeah.
And it was my wife was like, you don't want to tell nobody? I'm like, no, I ain't going to tell nobody.
Fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gonna be out of here in a minute. I got this. And then, a day goes by. She's like, you sure? And when she kept asking me that, again, mom is here. You're asking me, do I want to tell people? Is it a wrap? Like, are we trying to tell, like, hey, because you ain't got that much time left. I don't want to be alone when I got to tell your friends
for sure
you took off.
Right. So
right. That's my thinking, though. That's not what she. But I was like, all right, fine. And she, was telling people, floodgates open. People was coming up with magazines and flowers. It was like, y'all need to chill.
I'm good. I'm alive, man.
They told me
I'm alive.
They told me I got 24 to 48 hours.
That's what you was fucking around with people.
To get out. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be back. I'm gonna be back. But no, I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, show love and whatever. But yeah,
you dove into the finding out how you cook for yourself.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Did you look and challenge your own diet on the research you were seeing, looking at how you've been eating? Did you feel like there were some similarities? You like, I was eating like shit versus 100%. What was going on? Okay, got you.
Yeah, I was definitely not. I wasn't eating the worst in the world, but I was eating fast food.
Yeah, so, and I always ask. It seems like, I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize. It's like it usually takes something heavy, right, for people to adjust things, right? And you had something heavy happen to you. You wanted to adjust. Now look. As I look around the room, I got Visions in here. He doing his J.J. Abrams right now. I look around the room. It's just us three in here right now, right? Food, though.
Yeah.
Food. I know. I say it with a lot of passion, a lot of love, because it's hard to shift your eating.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Listen, I call myself a heavyweight vegan, all right? There are moments that I look over there. I go to any store and I see a yellow bag. I see an oval-shaped little creature on there, a little animation character, and I say, those are peanut M&Ms. I say, they calling me. They say, Shade, come get you a bag, baby. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to change your eating habits. But I think for life and living and breathing and enjoying, you had little ones, the change might have been easier, but was it change? No,
the change. No. Well, it was, I don't want to say it was easier. It was like, there wasn't a lot of thought put into it. And what I mean by that is, I wasn't struggling with the idea of doing better because I had never tried any of this before. And even in the beginning, I didn't cut out a lot of things. A lot of things that I've even cut out up until this point, because there was a lot that I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I cut out a lot, but then there was a lot left that I needed to adjust. That eventually I discovered later on. Just like I said, continuing to study, research, read, all of these different things. But even having something like that happen, and I'm saying this just because I know firsthand with people in my life and people who I've talked to who have friends and family and whatnot in their life, even something as serious as that, like what happened to me is serious, but I'm aware of other circumstances that were way, way worse.
Yeah.
And they still don't want to cross over. They still don't want to like fully commit.
Yeah.
Because of what you said.
Right.
There's a lot of things that could be said as to why fear or unfamiliarity or, it's psychological. We really don't know. It's like, what is it about you that makes it so hard for you to let this go after you just went through that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about how many people that smoke cigarettes and have been told, hey,
it's bad for you.
You a Beverly Hills Cop cigarette truck away from a hole in your neck. You know what I'm saying? And because that's how many you smoke a year. If you have another year like last year, the year after that, you gonna have that hole in your neck.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I made it this far.
I could go another year.
And not only that, but y'all told me that 2 years ago.
Right.
I'm still here.
I'm good.
I still got my whole neck. And I
got my whole neck.
I still got my whole neck.
You ain't talking out to talk about.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got that Woody Woodpecker yet. I'm good. Ain't no. I'm good. No peephole. So
no peephole.
It's really up to the person, man. Like I could say firsthand for me, I just didn't like being 29 and told that this could happen and this is your new life type of conversation. Like, you know what I mean? I was kind of pissed off. Like, you ain't about to tell me we're not doing that. So, I've had a lot of conversations like that.
Yeah, it's a fucking challenge, and that's one of the things that I think a lot of people deal with or battle with. But I do want to ask you some training questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
you keep asking me about this story, man. I'm telling you.
Oh no, it's cool, man. I see you. Once I seen you sit back, I said, "Oh yeah, yeah." Listen. I know, man. We can't talk about BC, right? But we can talk about the Cosby's, right? The show. Listen, there's an episode on there.
We can't talk about BC.
We can't talk about BC, but we can talk about the show. Do you remember? I don't know if you probably do. Did you watch the Huxtables?
Yeah, but I don't remember the episode.
There was an episode where they were all the family. Everybody was talking about how Dr. Huxtable, once you see his eyes roll back into the back of his head, he's about to tell a story. It was hilarious. Everybody was hip to it, and every time they would come in, and they would ask him a question, and he would sit back, fix his pants a little bit, and his eyes would roll in the back. Once I seen you do that, I said, "Oh, we in for a story. Everybody buckle up. We about to get the truth right now. We about to get the real." Man, listen. So training, you've been personal trainer for how long?
I was 10. Almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to get into some of these. Do people need to work out with, what do they call them? What do they call them, Visions, man? The bands. They need to work out with the bands. Is that something that people need when they're working out?
The resistance bands?
Resistance bands, yeah. Is that an effective? I had seen another trainer, and he was posting about here, and he was telling ladies that you don't need to work out with a resistance band. You don't need that at all. It doesn't do anything for you. You know, is that what do you feel like that's something that's true? Do you work out with them?
So I've used them. I've used them personally. One thing that I don't like I don't say I don't like. One thing that I don't do is I don't give anybody an exercise or an apparatus or whatever that I haven't done myself.
Yeah.
So, to answer your question, purpose and intent. Why are you doing it?
Explain to me. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you decide to do an exercise or use a piece of equipment or whatever, and this is just generally speaking, even with the bands, what is your goal? And then with that in mind, how are you using it to achieve that? You know what I mean? So, I've heard this on a podcast before. I thought it was one of the coolest things that was ever said in the fitness realm, conversation wise.
Okay.
There's no such thing as a bad exercise.
Oh wow.
But an exercise can be bad for a person.
Oh wow.
Because it's
that's Yoda based. That's Yoda with a 6-pack, 7 foot in the gym training motherfuckers. That's a Yoda. That's some Yoda shit. Yeah, that's amazing.
And it's real because, if we are, if we're watching a podcast or we're watching a YouTube video or whatever, and someone is saying, don't do this because this is what happens, or this is a bad exercise that can cause this, that's like saying everybody stay away from gluten. kind of, right? Like, we all don't have gluten intolerance.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we need to scale back on it a little bit for whatever reason. But everybody is not affected the same way by every exercise. Right? And yes, so if you know that this exercise can potentially be harmful, but you know that there are people doing this successfully and they're benefiting from it, then to say that it's a bad exercise is like kind of wrong, kind of incorrect. Now, you can do things wrong. A lot of people do stuff. You know, it's like, no, you do. I know what you're trying to do, but that's not how you do it, right? That's a completely different conversation.
Right.
So with the resistance bands, I just, just like with any other device, it just all depends on what you're using it for. I don't want to say that don't use it because it doesn't serve a purpose. I don't know why you're doing it.
Right.
I don't know if you just, some people have weaknesses and limitations in an area and they really need to put emphasis on that area for the sake of their performance, their development, just doing an exercise correctly, preventing injury, who knows what it is.
Right.
So maybe they're doing the bands because they want to really strengthen their hips and they're trying to do every single hip strengthening exercise that they can find because they're down for it. They're tired of having weak hips. You know what I mean? And so for them, that could be purposeful. You sitting on your couch, you're like, I don't want to just sit here. I just want to knock these out. I didn't do no exercise today, but I know that my hips is weak and I had a hip replacement, or I'm prone to have one if I don't get this together. So I'm down to do any hip exercise. I'm gonna do 1,000 of these a week, but then I'm gonna still do my lunges and still do my stretches and all that. You know what I mean? So
the craze for moving towards it's not crazy. It's here. Society is in it. We swim in it. It's the women wanting the butt. They want to get the ass tox right. I call it this the butt tox. I put the ass tox, but it's the ass tox, and they want to get it correct. They want to get it fantastic.
You know what ass tox? You just made me think.
Talk to me. What is it?
Ass tox is like the adult version of TikTok.
Ass tox. That's what I'm talking about.
You better go ahead and
don't even worry about it. It's patent. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it done. You ain't gonna steal it because you my guy.
TikTok? No, I'm on ass talk. What? I'm on ass talk.
This is everybody just showing their ass.
I seen your lady on there too, and your mama. You
should be happy. You should not be happy about that.
You probably shouldn't download it. I know too many people on there that that's in your family, and you ain't gonna have a good time.
What is the most effective for when it comes to women? What is the most effective exercise for women to get their buttocks right? What do you think that they should do, and then how often you feel like? I know there's a ton of machines. Think about the most basic gym in the world, right? There's the apartment complex gym. They deep in the hood. There's bullets and dogs and beer, and all they got. They apartment gym in there.
Yeah.
They probably ain't got a lot. This is the most basic exercise they could do to really give them some muscle back there.
I mean, I'm
a lift.
Squats. You said basic, and I say that respectfully. Like squats is like, top one or number one or top three of all like lower body exercises. Like you can't go wrong with squats. There's different variations of squats. Everything doesn't have to be weight on your back. There's different variations of it, but I would say the squat, how you do it, how heavy you do it, that matters too. The type of squats you do, the weight of the squat, the range of motion. Are you going 45? Are you going all the way down? There's a lot of critiquing or conversation around how low you need to go for your squat to be effective.
Yeah. Is there a level, that you're not supposed to go? Is there a level you're supposed to stay at? Or
again, that goes back to what I said.
We had an example here. I have this is Tanya right here. Hello, Tanya. Tanya's gonna be the one I show y'all how to do the squat. But go ahead. I ain't got nobody here.
That's when I'll leave you with the routine.
Yeah.
So you and Tanya can work that out on the ass talk, right? That's the first ass talk post. That's where we going with Tanya today.
Oh, shit, no.
But yeah, every squat, the different variations serve their purpose.
Right.
Like I said, how you do an exercise is all about what you're trying to get out of it. Now, you might be doing an exercise with the purpose and intent of, I want this to happen, whatever this is. I want this look, or I want this, result performance-wise, but maybe that's not the move.
Right.
And you just don't know it. Doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It doesn't mean you're not going to get a benefit from it. But if you want to know, like, well, what's the best thing for me, then, there's different ways to go. And sometimes you just need to try it all.
Right.
And I'm very big on safety. Anything that you do in the gym, be safe first.
Right.
As long as you're safe, have at it.
Is that starting out with a lighter weight, or
making sure that you put your form, your technique, you know what I'm saying? Like,
got you.
There's a difference between, or I should say, I don't think people really understand, like, training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you're training implies that you're going to be doing a lot of the same stuff over and over and over again.
Right.
You like basketball.
Love it.
You know what I'm saying? I like basketball.
Love it.
These guys
I'm going to go watch Hoosiers later on.
No, you're not.
I know.
You're going to watch She Got Game.
There it is.
25th anniversary or something like that last week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when it comes to basketball, in order for a guy to get really good at something that he does, he's going to do that same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Steph has taken millions of jump shots.
1,000 shots this day.
He doesn't take his form is the same every single time.
For sure.
He practices short range, long range, this side,
Thanks
that
for using
side.
Steph, man. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Well, because Steph,
It's my guy.
Steph's GOAT.
I know him.
He's GOAT. No, you
He's
don't.
my guy.
You been lying to people. Yeah, look what Steph sent me this week. I got the SC9s.
Hey, listen, I will post that tweet that I got. Visions was there. Remember the tweet I got? I got a tweet from Steph. Because I had bought his shoes and I had put it on Twitter. I said, man, shoes all right, man. Shoes all right. He sent me a tweet. I said, Steph, chill, man. I don't got time for your shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it ended. He ain't talked to me since, but that's my guy. I feel like in my heart, that's my guy. But continue, brother.
That's just gonna look at me. No, because I was going. You just trumped my BC story.
What's the BC?
I had a Cosby story. I'm not gonna tell
we got to chill on.
No, because you brought him into the equation, and listen, man.
You keep talking about God. I don't know. I ain't listen. Why you keep talking about?
I know I seen the brownstone in real life. Never went inside. I just seen it in real life. I stayed across the street. That's my guy as a child. You know what I'm saying? I was a fan of the show. But basketball.
Yeah.
They do the same thing.
For sure.
And so when you talk about training, right? You're trying to pretty much master something. Right?
Yep.
And en route to mastering it,
right,
you're going to get some type of result.
For sure.
Right? So Master Chef, right? Keep cooking the same thing over and over and
yes,
over and over again until you don't even have to read the recipe. You can look in that pot and say, yup, you're missing something, right?
For sure.
So it's the same thing with training. So if a woman is trying to develop her glutes, her quads, her calves, or whatever,
I know you're professional. Go ahead.
You're going to do. you're pretty much you're trying to train. You're not just going to exercise. Like if I say, "Hey, we should do that," I went to the gym and exercised. I don't know what that means because you could have went and walked on the treadmill for 45 minutes.
Right.
The first half of Hoosiers.
That's true. I watched Hoosiers and watched He Got Games. 25th anniversary came out this last week.
Right.
Go ahead.
But when you're and it doesn't exercise is just a broad term. I'm gonna go to the gym to exercise, right?
Right.
But within that, there's a lot of different moving parts, and then when you're training, right, you're more than likely going to be doing a lot of the same things because you have a specific focus.
Right.
But if you just, you just want to work out, you want to maintain, okay, I'm going to work out my full body today. So this week I'm going to do all kettlebell stuff. Next week I'm going to do all body weight. Then the week after, you're still going to be in decent shape and great health. And as long as you're eating right and you're doing the things you're supposed to do to complement that, you'll be fine. But when you want a specific look or a specific result where performance is concerned, you're going to end up doing the same thing over and over and over again. And you're going to do things that complement that main thing. So you want your squats to be better? Yeah, you're going to do a lot of squats, but then you're going to do exercises that complement the squat. So not only do you speed up the familiarity of the squat. So now everything that you need to do is second nature. So when it gets heavier and heavier, you don't have to overthink, are my feet right? Are my, is my core engaged? Is this right?
Because that's the first thing for me. I don't mean to jump in there. First, if I'm squatting or something like that, as soon as the weight gets heavier, I'm like, whatever I got to do to get it up, God. You know what I'm saying? That's
the wrong way to approach any exercise.
Whatever I got to do to get it up. That's whatever I got to do. So when do you assess people as you?
Hey, I just thought of something.
Go ahead.
If you decide to run with this, right?
I am going to run with it.
No, listen.
We spent all our time, man. He said if you decide to run with it,
I'm talking about what we just discovered as a new social media platform, right?
Oh, yeah, got you. You had me for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
You ready for it? Talk. You ready for it?
Okay.
Ass talk. Whatever I got to do to get it up. Hey, because you said it.
Stupid, bro. Whatever you got to do to get it up.
Yeah, that's the slogan, good, right?
It's really good. Do you assess people when you first get a client? Is there an assessment?
Yeah.
Do you have the
yes and no?
Okay. Do you have is it the machines that you're using to assess people?
No.
Or do you have that that Bill Paxton from Twister, you can go outside and look in the sky and tell where the tornado's going to land. You got that old school method of being like, this is what you need to do. Like
okay.
that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got the machines using the machine. I seen I don't mean to keep cutting you off. Sorry, I apologize. But me and my lady, we was in Chandler, Mall, and we went into what's the store they got in Chandler Mall? The big one with the Ferris wheel in there. Is it Heels? Juan? Because Juan came in. You don't know? Okay, so it's a big store. It's like has everything in it. You can get some guns, you can get basketball trophies, you can get basketballs, wheels or shields or something like that. Shields. Okay.
I've never been, but I've been hearing about it.
This very nice place. You only go in there if you got $100,000 in the bank. That's what they told me. But you can go in there and you go in there, you looking at some shoes. We snuck in there. I ain't got $100,000. We snuck in there. So I went in there, we was looking at some shoes, me and my lady. But they got this machine. And you step on it. And it shows you like what foot you put most pressure on, and all types of stuff like. So I don't know if you
body scan,
all that. Yeah. Do you use stuff like that, or do you got to? Okay, okay.
I like the body scan. What I like about those devices is it gives you a gauge. Is it 100? I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but I don't believe that it's that far. Like if you weighed yourself this morning, right?
Yeah, I didn't.
Just say you did.
It was nasty. Okay. I didn't want to do that to myself.
Let's say you weighed yourself in the morning, your scale said this, and then you come to the gym and you get on the body scan. The body scan is going to do your weight. It's going to do your body. It's going to do your body fat, your BMI, all these different numbers. If the scale at the gym may not be the same exact weight, might be off by a couple pounds, but it gives you an idea that, okay, there is some accuracy to this.
Yeah.
Right? You go here and do your body mass index on this device, but then you go over here and do it.
Yeah.
Numbers very similar. It might not be the same exact, but it's close. So I like to use it as a gauge.
Okay.
To show people like, look, this is what it says today.
Yeah.
It might be off.
That's not us using the bathroom. That's my guy Juan getting some water in the back. Go ahead.
But it gives you a gauge of where you're at. Like if you care about those numbers, like, okay, where's my body fat compared to my weight, muscle mass and lean mass and all these different things. And so for those that are number oriented, number driven, and they want to see that, I'll do that for them.
Okay.
I have done that for them in the past.
Yeah.
But as far as to answer your question, like assessments, I like to base it off of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Like some things, it's not much of an assessment needed.
Yeah.
If you're like, I need to lose weight. Okay, we need to talk about your diet. We need to talk about your food. I don't like using the word diet, but we just need to talk about what you eat.
Yeah. Why you don't like using the word diet?
I don't know. I
I mean, there's got to be a reason behind it. You don't like the way what it implies, or like, you talking about diet? You mean I'm wide? That's what you're getting at. Is what you think it feels like?
I just feel like I've used it so much that I just.
Oh yeah, I don't like the word influencer or algorithm. I think they're overused. Everybody uses these words.
I can see.
So I understand.
Yeah,
I got you.
But yeah, as far as like an assessment, it just goes based off of like what are we trying to do, and then physically, because usually with the assessments, the assessments are usually physical. Like we're going to do your overhead squat and see what that looks like, and we're going to check your flexibility and your range of motion, all these different things. So it just really depends on what you're trying to accomplish.
Right.
And that's another thing is people will come to me and say, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to look like.
Right.
Sometimes they'll pull up somebody else's profile and say, you see how she did that? See, that right there, that's how I want mine to sit. And I'm looking at you like, okay. But you know what I mean? Like, I get it. You inspired, you're motivated. Let's see. Let's start here first, right?
Right.
So everybody has their goals, right? What they want their body to look like and do. But sometimes you have things that need to be addressed.
Right.
You might come to me and say, Nay, I want to shed and I want to be able to lift this much like this and this. But then you got a knee issue. We got to address that.
Yeah.
We got to address that. Now, we can address that and still speak to what you're trying to do.
Right.
But we're going to prioritize that because we don't want to compromise that and make it worse just for the sake of you getting this goal.
Right. As far as weight loss, weights, and then you got your cardio, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite cardio? Do you think somebody out there, say they trying to lose 10 clean, what do you think the best option cardio wise is for them to do?
I
know you talked about the word that we don't like to say. We don't like to say diet. You know what I'm saying? You looked at me. But that's key. We know that food, say somebody, man, I create scenarios. So say somebody they just coming off the weekend, right?
Okay.
They went to 11-11.
I knew that was coming.
You know what it was.
Then they came here.
Then they came to World Season. They ate bad. They ate bad all week. They was enjoying World Season. We got some of the best food in the city. They was enjoying it, right? And it's like, you know what? I feel like I need to make a change this week. I want to try the do's. I want to try to lose 3 to 4 good ones, right?
I want to try to do
so. They need to they had some liquor this weekend, right? This past week, they had some liquor in the system. They want to get, so you want to get the system out of there. Right. You want to clean the system. What would you tell them to put in their body first to start with the cleaning system? I got more after this, but say they want to get some of that stuff out of their system.
Well, I'm big on cleanse.
On the cleanse, okay.
That was one of
the. As I wink my eyes, see how I did that?
Yeah.
See what I did?
No,
okay,
yeah.
Go ahead. Talk to them what you do.
So one of the things that I started doing, shortly after I got on my road to being better after the stroke and all of that, was I started making juices.
Yeah.
And I was experimenting. I mean, I was throwing any and everything in a blender. One time for a while, I couldn't figure out why I put all these nice bright colors in, these greens and these reds and these oranges, and everything just kept coming out brown.
Right.
I'm like, I
can't figure out why they kept coming out brown.
I'm like, why does it keep blending brown? Like, y'all, I don't remember this mix with Crayola. When you mix this crayon with that crayon, it didn't come out brown.
That's funny.
What's going on? But I was doing that, and it got to the point where I found one of the main reasons why I did, aside from just road to recovery, I had knee injury playing ball, and I was also trying to, battle with that. Like, how do I reduce this inflammation and aches and pains or whatever? And I, in my research, I found the benefits of cleansing and whole foods and all these different things. So my goals were that, like, this is what I'm dealing with, and this is what I'm trying to resolve. Then I realized, I want to package this up. So I did. I packaged it up. I decided to do a 3-day cleanse, and I started selling it. And what was the first thing that was really dope about that was, of course, it's never fails. Anytime something new hits the market, who's the first to go after it?
Who's the first to go after?
First to go after the newest, hottest product on the market.
I'm about to fail you. I don't know.
Women.
Yes, facts. They spend the money. Got you.
Right? They want any and everything that they feel like speaks to, aesthetics and this.
Women they spend the money. I got you.
So my first wave of customers when I was selling my 3-day cleanse were women. And I was getting so many interesting reports of, what they were experiencing after the 3 days.
What were they?
One of the things which now I'm at this point I'm early 30s and you would think I would know this, but again, how many women go around telling us this information? Not many at all. Never.
Okay.
I know you in your profession, you're around a lot of women.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of women are in the club at night throwing them back to back and they're experiencing this.
Okay.
It's called bloating.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
And they don't care. They're going to live their life that way.
Casamigos, he stay around the bloat. You know what I'm saying?
Women live with bloat like gunshot victims live with bullets in their bodies.
That is the...
No, I'm being serious.
I know you are. So wild.
Because it's like, there's nothing I can do about it. It hurts.
Yeah.
But it's going to hurt.
For sure.
I'm not going to stop living, so... They be bloated and we never know it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That little tear.
Yeah.
It's not because of what you said. It's because this is hour 6. Right? I'm on hour number 6.
Yeah. He said I'm on hour number 6.
Ask for my number again. So they were like, this is the first time in my adult life that I haven't been bloated. And I was like, what?
Damn. That's a win.
How? Like, what do you even mean? I've eaten things and it had me feel, and then it goes away.
For sure.
You stay like that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm 31.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm like, how do you live? How do you drive? You know what I'm saying? Gas brake. You constantly, you know what I mean? Like, how do you do that? So, the other thing was, they would say, oh, my hair, my skin, my energy this morning, like the first day and a half or whatever, I had a headache. And then when that passed, and it was just all of this, these different things that I wasn't paying attention to. I was probably experiencing some of them.
Right.
But I didn't pay attention because I'm just like, how's my knee feeling?
Yeah.
Is my knee good? Can I hoop? Can I still?
That's what we be on, joints.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, blood pressure is 8. You know what I'm saying? My cholesterol is doing great, and I have no idea, and nor do I care. Because if my knee still hurts, then my blood pressure don't matter. Don't tell me I'm, 115 over 75,
right?
But I can't hoop.
Right.
Give me 170 over 190.
You good, bro?
What? And let me windmill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Let me windmill, okay? Because once I start running, the blood pressure is going to come down. That's what happens. You start working out. So this guy got me tearing. You just fool me.
They gonna find out.
But so yeah, like long story short, I was doing a 3-day cleanse.
Yeah.
That worked out well. I personally just got kind of bored with it myself. Right. Like I felt like there was more to offer, and so I didn't stop it. I just I stopped kind of pushing it. I built a pretty decent clientele base, so they would reach out, nice. Hey, can I come and get a cleanse or whatever, and I take care of them. So I recently, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago, I revised my menu.
Right.
And so I decided to, and I spent about a month or
working on it,
a month of just like experimenting with things that I've already tried. Right. But really, because I'm big on the recipe. That matters. Like, it creates consistency. If you know, like, okay, I know
consistency matters like a month.
Right. You know what I mean? If you go to, and they say this is what's in it, cool. You're going to get all of those things.
Right.
But you may not get the same consistency.
For sure.
Because they just throwing it in. I'm going to put an extra orange in there for you this week. Nah. Did you do that last time? I don't want an extra orange. I want what you gave me.
Right.
So I'm really big on making sure I master the recipe.
Right.
And so I did that for about a month. I put together, I actually have on my website, that's where my menu is, training day every day.
There you go. .com. That's how you do it.
Go there. God's Green Earth is the
trainingeveryday.com.
Trainingeveryday.com.
There we go.
And so the name of that my juice line is called.
You'll get a call from Denzel soon. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I'm waiting for that. Hey, the minute him and that conglomerate sue me, I know I made it. I'm good. Yeah, come get me. Because watching my following, everybody, yo, who is he? How do you make Denzel mad? What did you do? So God's Green Earth is the rebrand. Is before it was just whatever, like it just, people just get the juice from Training Day. Like, so I decided to actually brand it, make it its own thing, and have a full blown menu, and kind of, it's still a cleanse option. Like you can still use that as a cleanse, but I really encourage people to kind of make it more of like an everyday thing. Yeah, I'm big on eating your vitamins.
There you go.
Right. So if
you don't like take vitamins, you like to eat the vitamins. Okay.
Right. So if you having your fruit, veggies, whatever, if you having some plants every day, your grains, all those nuts and seeds and all of those, you're getting your vitamins and minerals. A lot of people are deficient and don't know this because they're deficient and don't know that they're deficient because they're not getting enough of those things. Right. And even when they feel like, oh, well, I had fruit today and I had vegetables and I drank this. But they're still eating things that are hindering absorption.
Oh, wow.
So you can eat all the fruit and veggies you want, but one of the biggest things that hinder absorption is constipation. People are constipated as much as everybody, right? Like some women are bloated and constipated and don't know which one it is.
Really?
Well, maybe.
Well, maybe.
But constipation is a big thing. It really slows.
I didn't know it messed up your. Oh, but go ahead.
Right, it slows things down. So if you're constant, and there's different signs of constipation, right? And all it is just a stop. It's a blockage. Like you got too much going on. You have things that are really slowing down digestion, that are really hindering your metabolism, and so they sit there for so long that sometimes they ferment, right? Or they will. And if you're eating too much of something, right, like I said with the exercises, like, do you have people that are vegan like yourself, and you have people that are really big advocates for animal products? Right. If you eat red meat, go for quality and monitor your quantity of it, right? At the same time, it's not a death sentence that you eat red meat. It's base it on, your lifestyle, the quality of it, the timing of it. Right. But if you're just eating burgers and fries all the time and you think, oh, I had an apple and orange today, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Got my
one orange put you up to the
got
good.
My zinc, got my this, you know what I'm saying? No, you didn't, because that orange is still sitting where it started. Like, yeah, for sure. As soon as you ingested it, it's waiting for that red meat that's going to take a while, right? And potatoes and...
Well, Oh, that's a GQ. So how do you, so we talked about the person coming through, and that's how they flushing it out. They getting the training, the cleanse, right? They getting the cleanse from you. Yeah. You want to get that cleanse, that in you and get you cleaned out. What would you recommend next? They going straight to the cardio? Do you prefer cardio over weight? What is a little bit of both? What do you got?
I like to get I like to get the heart rate up through strength training. Right. And I don't have anything against, treadmills or road work or any of that. I think, like I said, there's no bad exercise. Right. That's just my personal preference, especially if, you're trying to lose, it depends on how you're trying to lose weight. Right. Like if you want to lose weight but you want to build muscle, you want to shape, male or female, you want to have, chiseled chest and shoulders, or, as a woman, you want to have a slim waist, but you still want to have some nice legs or whatever. It just depends on what you're trying to go after. And then also, what do you need? Right. Someone may not need to be on a cardiovascular device for 45 minutes every single day to burn the fat. Your body type may just need more strength training. Right. And you're going to burn the fat you need to burn in the right places and still develop the body. Yeah. Right. So, okay. So we got, let me double check here. We're going to do about 5 more minutes because I got one phone dying. I got. Oh, man. You good, though. This has been fantastic. Now, we got a special guest. Killer. What's up, man? How you doing, man? So
Okay. How do you, so there's just like, it may be a bit of a, just be sensitive with this. It may be, it's a little bit uncomfortable where, trainers and women, right? Women I've seen, may have read some things, heard some things when it comes to trainers and women being comfortable or the trainer being a little too much, or how do you go about handling your women clients, keeping them comfortable and in a good space where it's just, hey, we just working out?
That just kind of comes with time, especially like if you don't know them at all. Like I met you as a reference, or just stay professional. You know what I mean? And I know that just sounds like vague, like, okay, well, but you build a rapport based upon your approach, right? And if you know that you have the same purpose and intent as the person that you're servicing, then it shouldn't be a problem. Right. You know, like now, I get it, you know, it's the opposite sex and, you know, there could be an attraction, but if you are taking the same approach with everybody every single time, you treat the client that you're most attracted to the same way you treat the client that you're least attracted to. Right. It's a consistent, there you go. You know what I mean? And so you find yourself never mismanaging how you conduct yourself. Right. I'm going to spot her the same way I spot her. Right. I'm never going to spot her a little different because I like her. Right. And this is, you know, I'm just getting a free feel, and you know what I'm saying? I got you. I want to see how she reacts if I, you know what I mean? Yeah. But when I'm over here, I'm keeping my 6 feet. It's COVID. This is COVID workout, right? I don't never get close to you. Yeah. I don't like you like that. I don't want you to get the wrong impression. Right. That's terrible. Right. I want her to get that impression. No, you do it the same way all the time. And then also within that, you never look at, I don't want to say you never, but whether you would see yourself dating that person or not, you never take it out of context, right? You never take why we're here out of context. I'm here for the reason why you hired me, right? You know, I was referred to you, vice versa, whatever. This is what we're doing. So it's just really keeping it consistent. Like I treat everybody the same way. If someone asks me, you know, do you have a client like you know, that one person, or there's a couple people that, you know, they're coming in, or you know it's that day of the week and you got to see them and you're like, oh, man, no, because I know that the one thing I like is I like the uniqueness of each relationship. Right. Like I know that this person, we're gonna have these conversations. Yeah. I know this person, we're gonna have a talk because they're gonna bring that coffee, and I've been telling you know what I'm saying, and that's gonna be the kickstart.
They can't bring no coffee,
right? No, I'm just saying, like,
okay, that's how I was gonna start. Okay, I got you.
I'm saying everybody has I have my own unique relationship with each person, so
which is dope,
right? And so when you have that, again, it goes back to what I was saying, like keeping it consistent. Yeah, I can't wait to train, you know, Michelle or whomever because I like her. Yeah. But then I got Miss Barbara later. I don't really want to see Miss Barbara because she old, she's slow. You know, sometimes she don't, you know what I'm saying, she take too long. We do one exercise for an hour. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, have the same approach. Keep it consistent.
We're going to pop some one words off here, and then I'm going to ask you a fun question here. Mental health and exercise, right? Mm-hmm. In your experience, how does, I guess you can't one word with that. How does regular exercise impact your mental health and well-being?
Whiskey.
There it is.
No, I'm joking. No.
Where do you see the future of fitness going?
To hell.
With it. No. All right, so no, we riding with it. It's too late. What? It's too late. No, I'm just playing. No, you're fine. You're fine, bro. I was like, you can answer, bro. I'm just messing.
Mental health and exercise? Yeah. That was the first one?
Yeah.
You said what
mental health and exercise. Like, does regular exercise impact, how does it impact mental health and well-being?
Like tremendously. Like I said earlier, you know, going all the way back to that, one of the first stories I told you, to have someone come in and be going through something.
Yeah.
But they still came to the gym that day, and then they talked to me about it.
Yeah.
That experience, I'm sure for them, let them know like this is a safe haven. Like,
right.
Had I not gone there today, even though I didn't work out, and had I not gone and stayed home in my shell, I probably wouldn't have released this. I probably wouldn't have,
for sure. I've always felt like that. As soon as I hit the gym, you have to get there.
Yeah.
If you get there, get it done, you actually feel better.
Exactly.
You'd be like, you know what? I did some shit today. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And the other one I asked you was the future of fitness. Where do you see the future of fitness heading? The
uncle that we talked about.
Yeah.
I feel like
crazy ass 35-year-old drinking, bad eating.
35
got you.
Look 95.
Right.
I believe that as much as it's oversaturated, another one of those things that I don't like to use. But
oversaturated.
It's one of the most positive oversaturation of anything that we have right now, at least in this country. Because remember, we used to look at fitness videos as I was gonna say Robin Williams. What's my man?
Richard Simmons. There it is. Yeah.
Ty Bo.
There it is.
They got the thing circulating on social media with the dudes with the blue sequence outfits.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. Whatever. Yeah, they doing the dance. You know what I'm saying? Like it was made fun of.
Right.
And then you got the Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? That when Arnold was doing his bodybuilding thing,
mm-hmm.
there was no gray area, and I feel like today.
You read this book, by the way?
Who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, but I did see the 3-part series.
Yeah, he Visions listen. You listen to it, right? You listen to a podcast or you listen to the book? Which one? The book? Okay. Yeah, he said it was fantastic.
Yeah. I like the 3-part series. I thought it was good too.
I didn't watch the 3-part series, but I will because you sold it.
Yeah.
You sold me on it.
I saw it.
I do have one fun question that I'm gonna have you play a game. Where's your I'm gonna start doing this with people instead of saying Target, they don't pay me. Where's your favorite place to shop at? What's your favorite store? Where you like to go? Grocery store, regular store, doesn't matter.
Oh man. Favorite place to shop. It's gotta be the grocery store.
Which one?
Well, I'm on the hunt.
You're an old man, bro.
Did you see the I had to take a breath and then okay. I had to gather myself. I usually go to Sprouts, Whole Foods.
We're going to take Sprouts. All right?
Okay.
There's 3 celebrities, dead or alive, that you can take to Sprouts and go shopping with. Who are you taking with you?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. 3 celebrities that you can take with you inside a beautiful Sprouts. I'm a Whole Food guy myself, but Sprouts is a little bit cheaper.
Man. 3 celebrities I could take grocery shopping with me.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough question.
It's fun, though.
Kobe.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I gotta go with Kobe. Like
you know, you ain't buying no sweets with Kobe.
No, because I want to see what he say when I pick up something he don't approve of, just to mess with him, right? Just want to.
That's pretty cool, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and be serious about it. Like, nah, you ain't about to black mamba me over some gummy bears.
Probably knock that shit out.
Right? They probably leave me there. Right? Yeah, Kobe.
He said, ooh.
Because it's a tough question. I mean, 3 celebrities. I don't know, man.
Come on now. 3 celebrities. I think GQ, you had like Pac and then like Trump. Didn't you say Trump? And then who? Obama. That's a hell of a combination, boy.
I feel like he's a celebrity in his own right because he actually got bigger after his death.
Yeah.
I'd like to go shopping with Dr. Sebi.
Dr. Sebi. So you got
because I feel like we gonna go to Sprouts and
that's not bad, right?
He gonna go to what we gonna do? We gonna go to Sprouts and you think Kobe back because Kobe's like really like Kobe gonna be judgmental.
Yeah.
Dr. Sebi gonna be like, that's not real. And you can be like, but I've been eating this for like 6 years.
And it's in Sprouts. It's gotta be real.
We going back to my land.
There it is.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like as soon as he walk in Sprouts, he gonna smell the air and say, everything in here is man-made. We getting out of here. And number 3, oh man, celebrity. I know you said 3 people, but I'm gonna just make this one. I want to go with the whole TNT cast.
Who?
Ernie, Chuck, Charles, Kenny.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool, man. I want to take
all of them with me.
That'd be kind of cool, man. Right? You fucked up my question, but that's real cool, man.
And I want to sit there, and I want us to just judge the people that walk in to Sprouts.
You know, right? Chuck a hater, so he's just going to be hating nonstop. You know,
Chuck gonna call somebody big ass, while her big ass in here. She knows she don't shop here, because if she did, she wouldn't be that big. You know Chuck gonna say something like that.
For sure. And
then Shaq, what you say, Chuck? She got a what? She got a what?
I want some meat. There you go, man. I'm going to hand you that. I want you to pick you, that's the game we play at the end of here. I want you to pick you a category. And you mind if you help me, Visions, man? I want to ask you one day about your celebrities, man, because I think it's important. GQ, you walk through the door. You want to help, please, man? Come on, Do-Rag God.
He said, no, man.
Come on, man. So you just choose a
subtle head nod.
Yeah, right? You choose a category and you got to hold it to your head.
Hold it to my head like this?
No. So you choose it and you put it up like this.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, like this?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
And then we got to try to tell you in clues and you got to guess what it is.
Okay. I'm going to go with this one. Face on forehead. Cool.
Yeah. Damn, I don't hear no music or nothing.
You're supposed to play music?
Yeah, it's supposed to play music. Oh, this is a movie, of course. Okay, cool. It's got Steve Martin in it.
Oh, I already lost.
What did I just get out of? What did I just get out of?
Man.
Ring.
When
you got kids?
Divorce?
You got kids?
Yeah.
What are you?
A father.
Okay.
Father-in-law.
No, okay. Of what I was.
Oh, you said can't say.
Son-in-law.
Can't say the word.
Say what?
Can't say any words is there.
You can't say any words is there. Yeah, no, but it passed. We fucked it up, man. Jesus. Just flip it. Just flip it.
Correct. It said correct. I got it right.
No, you didn't. Oh shit.
You already looked at it, right?
I looked at it.
Yeah, you just flip it. Just do it up. Just lift the phone up. There you go.
Okay.
We gonna wait till
Look.
Okay, we're gonna run it back, man. We're gonna run it back. Leave this in. We're gonna run it back. Pick a new one and then we're gonna run it.
Okay.
Did it take a picture of us?
Show you my host I'm dropping for this week.
Oh, okay.
So you want to do a different category?
Yeah, you do it. You can do whatever you want.
All right, here.
All right. Now you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Song. Oh man. You know what? It's singer. Friday the 13th. What's his first name in Friday the 13th?
Jason.
Okay. I ain't gonna be able to help you with the last name, but you got the first one.
R&B singer.
R&B singer, pop singer.
Wait, which one is it? Well,
you said his first name already.
Jason Derulo?
Say it again.
Jason Derulo.
You need the song title.
Oh shit! Yeah, you need the song title. Oh yeah, my bad, bro. You might want to pass that because I can't help you, man. We can't help you. We're failing you right now.
Did it work?
Oh, this is fantastic, man. Don't go chasing
waterfall. I almost messed up. TLC.
Say it all together.
TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
It's technically right, but you got to switch it.
Don't go chasing waterfalls by TLC.
Damn, that's wild. Time's up, buddy.
Run it one more time, man, so we get out of here. One more time.
You got to
choose another. It does take a picture of the people, too. That's pretty cool.
It is.
I don't know how you,
What are you picking? This is some gangsta ass shit.
All right, let's try this.
Right. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. He was a late night talk show host.
Jay Leno.
Boom. I don't know. I know, right?
I just heard it go boom.
Oh, you know what? It's connected to this. Mm-hmm. It's connected to my. I can do it, but I'm gonna do it. I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a pocket full of sunshine. Oh.
Olympic swimmer. Smoke a lot of weed.
Oh, Michael Phelps.
Say it again.
Michael Phelps.
Oh.
You know Dakota? She was in the movie in Training Day.
Yeah. Oh, I have. You might want to just go ahead and pass that one. I'm gonna let you down. Oh, you ain't gonna know this one either, but Twilight. Yeah. You wouldn't get that. Yeah, that's the
Oh man.
All right. Listen, so can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you tell everybody where they can that was horrible for us. Can you tell everybody where they can find you, your social media platforms and all those things like that?
Oh.
And what you got coming, your website and
Instagram at Training Day Everyday, spelled how it sounds, and website is trainingdayeveryday.com. My clothing brand, workclothes.com, is actually spelled WRKCLTHS.
Nice.
And then my juice is also on my Training Day Everyday website.
Nice.
Yeah. So
how much are your juices? The cleanses.
Man, how much we talking? How many juices?
I mean, just what usually buy.
Like a day. The prices are for the flavors are real close. It's like 25 to 27 for a day.
For a day cleanse?
And then the more you buy, the price goes down per bottle. So I have a 6, 12, and an 18 pack.
Okay, sweet. And my name is Thaddeus Shade. This is Seasonable Clout. You can find me on Instagram at Thaddeus.Shade. You can find me on Facebook at Thaddeus Shade. X, Twitter, at Thaddeus Shade, and on TikTok it's the same thing too. Mm-hmm. I appreciate everybody for listening. Nay, I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
it. The storyteller of the year.
You know
what I'm saying? I expect nothing but great things from you later in life when it comes to telling stories. And when I get your book, when you write your health book,
I appreciate that. I'm
going to sink into the couch.
Oh my God.
I'm going to lift that book up and I'm going to read.
I hope you're not going to be on that thing I was on back in November.
Nah. But I appreciate you, brother.
But listen, you need to let me know when y'all are going to have improv night.
Oh, we're actually working on that, right? We're having it here.
What?
Yeah, one of our guys, Brandon. You met Brandon. He used to manage 1111. Oh, okay, cool. He's a comedian now, and they're supposed to be setting it up to do the comedy night here. That's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about actual dramatic improv, like acting improv?
No.
You're talking about comedy night. Yeah? You gonna do it?
Ooh.
What the fuck? Fuck you asked about it for?
I just wanted to come and watch.
Oh, man, I thought you was going to get up on stage, man.
I mean, but let me tell you something.
Do some RDLs. I heard that's a bad exercise, too, but we ain't getting that later on.
Yeah,
all right, I'm out, y'all.
I appreciate you.
Yep.